Welcome to Audiotree Live. It is June 26, 2023, and I'm your host, FINGY. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you subscribe to our channel. We have so much outstanding art coming in the building every week, and it would be a shame if you were out of the loop. But with that being said, anything you hear that goes down in this studio is already up on the ether. So Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, wherever you listen, we're there. So tap in after you watch this. But with that being said, noise plus curiosity. We got Sour Widows in the building. Take it away. Beautiful, beautiful. We have Sour Widows here shredding on empty stomachs, but shredding nonetheless. Big respect. So this is a really cool Audiotree. Y'all are performing solely tracks off of the new LP, the debut LP. By the time the people are seeing this at home, it's already loud and proud out in the system. But I'd love for y'all to tell us the name of this LP before I jump in.
It's called Revival of a Friend.
Beautiful, beautiful. And I know y'all had a couple EPs leading up to this project. I was wondering, when approaching, something as daunting as a debut LP, I wanted to know what you took from the other EPs, whether it be sonically, lyrically, metaphorically, or just technically. What did you take to then apply it to this LP to make it, be worthy of your debut?
I feel like it was a lot of like learning from our mistakes.
Yeah.
In a good way, you know? So, yeah, I feel like the first two EPs we recorded we were beginners at that process, and we learned a ton about what works for us and what doesn't work. And even through the process of recording the LP, we learned a lot about what does and doesn't work for us. As far as like the sound of it goes, I feel like there's kind of like a marriage between the sensibilities of the first EP and I would say like maturity and quality of the second EP. And I feel like just like progressively making it all heavier is what we were looking to do with that debut.
Yeah, beautiful. And I know when you guys were making your EPs, it was tough because COVID and you're sending stems and you're trying to layer everything. With this LP, were y'all able to be in the same studio, pound it all out in a couple sessions, or what was that process like?
Yeah, we did get to be all together in the studio, which was really nice compared to the last time that we had made an EP. We multi-tracked it, which was new for us, and yeah, that went very well. Able to get really precise with what we were looking for and just efficient with our time.
Quest for tone.
Never-ending quest.
It never ends.
Or was it like a 4-hour drum tone situation before tracking? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've sat in a couple sessions like that, and I always wonder what it's like. Cause I'm a sample-based producer, and I go sample at a time. That works with that. That works with that. Boom, boom, boom. Mm-hmm. But when you're trying to get like consistent tones for like an entire record, especially with the drums, I want to hand over to Max, man. Like, how are you sitting in the control room and you're like, yeah, that head's perfectly tight, or like what was kind of your methodology in figuring out your sounds?
You just you do your best. I don't think drums are a very kind of imperfect instrument. So it's always going to be saying something that is going to add a little bit of flavor, no matter what, like how much you tweak. But I try to just get all the lugs to a certain tone or a certain pitch, and just do a little bit of stretching them out and just making them feel like they play nice. And I tune really to the music, so depending on the song, I tune to that, and then of course I tune to the room. Yeah. And
you like the room you were in?
Yeah, definitely. It was kind of a classic kind of drum room, just pretty small, contained. So every note was super punchy and super just right up front, really intimate. Yeah. Which was really cool, and just worked with our engineer Miriam, who's amazing in every way, and she just kind of led the boat, and then I just kind of played the drums. So.
Shout out Miriam.
Yeah, that's shout out Miriam.
And I know this band originally started with you two combining lyrics, vocals, guitar riffs, melodies, and then later on Max came in. I was wondering, during that process of adding such a crucial member to the band, what was it like for you to find your pocket with what has already kind of been laid down?
Well, I saw them play as a duo, and we've been friends for forever. And it was just like a really beautiful experience to kind of see them, and I immediately had ideas just start swirling in my head. Like I started hearing drums, like I've never done that before, really. You know, like from just seeing like two friends play, I would always be like, oh, that's cool. But so I kind of like heard that, and I was getting a little just kind of like stuck with certain bands I was in musically, just like with my drums. And so I just heard a lot of like freedom and a lot of experimentation and creativity and they're amazing because they allowed me to do that. And kind of like the sky is the limit a little bit, you know. So, I mean, I come definitely from a jazz background, so I just try to kind of listen to the spaces and listen to what they're doing, and we just kind of like, you know, I try to make all the planets kind of move around, you know.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I like that. And do y'all also come from jazz backgrounds or different areas?
Not at all.
No.
I think varying levels of taught and self-taught between the two of us. I like took guitar lessons starting at like when I was a kid. But I didn't go to like music school or anything like that. I did not think I was like technically skilled enough to go into something like academic and musical, but I was always playing in bands in high school and college. I played in a lot of different bands and always wanted to be a musician, so.
Yeah. And hey, look
F
at where
it.
you're at right now. Fuck school.
Fuck
Just
school.
shred and have a good
F
time.
school.
F school. Yeah, you're right. All right, well, let's do a couple more tracks. Yeah?
Cool. Sounds good.
Fuck everything I did to feel good for a moment.
Beautiful. So I got a question. I was reading an interview that you guys did once, and you were asked, "It's 2050 and the world hasn't ended, and people are still listening to your music. How would you like it to be remembered?" And you're like,
I don't
"When
remember
did
this.
that happen?"
One
Well,
bit.
whoever answered it out of the group said, in reply to that, the soundtrack to all the good parts of life.
That sounds like Max.
Max, you wholesome
up?
man.
What's
That was so
Wait.
beautiful. I
So
was
funny.
reading that on my desktop and I was like, wow. But then it had me thinking, what are the good parts of life? What are the good parts of life to you guys? The simple pleasures that may seem mundane on the surface, but keeps you going.
Love.
Oh, I agree. Love for sure. Art, music,
Yeah, playing music with your friends.
bedtime,
Bedtime.
Zelda.
What time are we talking?
talking on the phone when you miss somebody.
This morning, we all shared bites of this almond croissant, and that was a moment where I was like, I feel like I have this experience a lot, actually, where there'll just be like a random moment where I feel like I'm just watching my life, like really like small moments, like step outside into the sun and I like see a flower or something, and I'm like, wow, it's so good to be alive. That happens like almost daily,
That's amazing.
which is really
Yeah.
nice.
I like smelling roses.
Yeah, me and Maya always stop to smell flowers.
That's an old saying, but you should think about integrating that.
Yeah. What are the
There's wisdom in the old ways.
There's
Found?
wisdom in the old ways.
Wisdom in the old ways. What are some of the benefits you found of stopping to take time to smell the roses?
You get to smell something that smells really good.
Real.
Sometimes there is not much of a smell,
Yeah.
but you have to take risks in life. Learn some hard lessons.
I had this plant. I bought this plant that I had never seen before. It looked really crazy from plant shop, and I didn't know it was gonna flower. I'd had it for like months, and it starts shooting up like this really weird, like succulent looking stalk, and then started to put out buds. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be like this beautiful flower in my room. And then the flowers like ended up looking so weird. And they were still cool, but they stank.
Oh.
Smelled so
Stanky flowers.
the frizzle sizzle plant. It's from the
Frizzle
desert.
sizzle. Is that really what it's called?
Yeah, look it up.
The frizzle
Very
sizzle.
well.
Someone's got
I
to
still
tell
love
him
the
it's frizzle.
plant, but that was funny. I'd be like really excited to have like something blooming in my room, and it's just stinky.
So what did you respectfully?
I
Take it
just
to the
like
curb
I
or
let
keep
it. I
it and
just
love it?
moved it to a different part of the room and like let it. It's its house too.
Beautiful.
Let it stay.
You put a little bag over it.
Yeah.
No, just let it chill. But that was funny.
Beautiful. What about you, Timmy? What are some of your beautiful things in life that you like?
I don't know. I really like traveling. I really like touring, especially with these people.
Yeah.
But also at the end of it, you're like, wow, I also really love not touring and like, it's amazing to get both. Like you can travel and you can choose not to travel.
I thought you were gonna say baseball.
Oh,
But the end
don't
of it
get
all.
me started. There's not enough time.
Really?
Oh my god.
But,
Who are we
yeah.
repping today?
The Giants.
The Giants. SF.
Yeah.
Let's
Bay
go.
Area, baby.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Speaking of Bay Area and all these croissant almond sharing moments, I was wondering, beyond the stew and the stage, what you guys like to do to enhance your friendship, because I know friendship is like a very core value to y'all. So what are some things? Baseball games is what I'm hearing, or is that just a Timmy
Going
thing?
to,
That's
going to
Timmy.
shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely going to shows together.
Any notable ones?
You guys just saw Unwound.
Oh my god. Yeah.
That was incredible.
Yeah, that was one of the best live shows I've ever seen. I cried.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Good tears, I hope.
Great tears.
I like that. And are there any Bay Area spots that are like a typical go-to?
We'll go hang out at this venue called Eli's a lot. That's near our houses.
Yeah, we play there often as well.
It's been around since like the 50s. Used to be a blues bar. They still have a blues night, but now they have like all kinds of music come through. And they have pool.
We kind of live in different cities. Max and Max lives in SF, and then Timmy just moved back from New York, and then we live together in Oakland, so we're across a bridge from one another. But I feel like going to shows is how we like to chill. And then also, I will say that usually after practice, because we practice in West Oakland, we go to this brewery called Ghost Town, and we get beers and burritos, which feels very like NorCal vibes,
Fuck
I
yeah.
guess.
No, that's awesome.
But
No,
I feel like that's bonding.
have you ever been, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, which I may be. I don't know if it's the Greek that's in Oakland,
Berkeley.
but in Berkeley, yeah. Have you ever like sat in the parking lot? They have that like grass area,
hill?
so if you don't have tickets, you can like sit on the grass area and go. Have y'all done that before?
Yes,
Yeah.
Max has.
Yeah, I did it once for Chance the Rapper when I was in high school. I felt really
Oh wow.
Chance.
so cool about it. And then I shook a hand of a dude that got like a perfect score in his SAT, and I was like a sophomore at the time, and I was like,
Whoa, it sounds like an epic
Wow.
day.
it was
Wait,
epic.
did you like recognize him?
Oh no, it
You were
was like a
you were on the
friend of
news
a
for
friend.
this.
I was like, "You're the guy." No, it was a friend of a friend, and my friend was like, "They're all Berkeley kids, you know, so they talk about their scores or something." I don't know. And they're like, "This guy got a perfect SAT score." I was like, "Ah!" But then I was in San Francisco during Pride, which should be a yay. And this is again back in my youth, and a bouncer took my fake ID. And
Boo.
Damn.
Homophobic.
kind of homophobic during Pride, but you know, we set our
you
bi
gonna do?
lighting here today during
that.
Pride Month, so you know this is our safe space, and
Hashtag
maybe I'll
safe
stay on
space.
the Berkeley Oakland side for those moments. But y'all want to wrap it up? Let's do one more.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, we have one last song.
you so much, Sour Widows, for being here. Coffee's brewed. Food's up next. We're going to revive. But truly, thank you guys so much for being here. It was
Thank
such
you
a
so
pleasure.
much.
Thank you to our crew for getting this done, for making us look cute, for making them sound good, you know, the vibes. And thank you guys so much for watching it. We really couldn't do this without you. I do challenge you to listen to this version of the LP, listen to the recorded version of the LP. Go back, listen to this again, go back, listen to that again. Do a little A-B and comment down below which version you preferred.
Which version is better?
There may be a war in the comment section, and I'll be there ready with my popcorn. But, you know, or just watch, whatever floats your boat, I guess. But tap in, we're on streaming services as well, like I said before, and I will say it again. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time. I'm Fingy. Peace.
All right, so you guys want to do it for real now?